jewelry, a lot of Victorian, really the Victorian age, where they really used a ton of garnet. Well, garnet is a very hard stone. It's a workhorse. It'll last a very, very long time. I think it's an 8.5 on the Mohs scale. But something like this, a new find, when they find something that's this color, it's very, very distinct. Just like amethyst. So I'm going to compare garnet and amethyst. So amethyst is found all over the world, but we know that there is many, many different variations, Moroccan, Brazilian, and the color varies from every mine. The color varies according to what minerals and impurities are in that particular water that form into that stone in different parts of the world. So it comes in an array of colors. The same thing with garnet. Garnet actually comes in a whole array of colors. Now, this particular color, Radiant Ember, the reason that they named it that, it's a purple tone of garnet. It has purples and reds, so it's so unique. It almost looks, if an amethyst and a garnet had a baby, this was what you get out of it. So very, very unique color. So when somebody shows me garnet, I can say, oh, that's from Tanzania. I know that. That's a Radiant Ember garnet. I know exactly where that's from. Or if they show me Moroccan garnet, I know it has red, like striations in it. So that's Moroccan amethyst. So very, very distinct color, which makes it special. Now, Shop LC, of course, it was discovered 2022. We had boots on the ground, and we, ba-boom, went and we bought as much as we could get our hands on. What happens when a stone comes out into the market and it's new? There's people that collect gemstones, jewelry, minerals, home decor items. We are always, always looking for new, cutting edge. Anything that's new that hasn't been found before, we look for it. And even in my particular business, when I find a new stone, if I have the ability, I do buy it all. If I have the ability, a lot of times I don't. But Shop LC has that ability. Remember, Shop LC is a 9,000 employed company. I am a sole employer. So I don't have the capability to go in and buy the entire lot of a particular stone like Shop LC does. So when they do that, what happens? We have now cornered the market on this stone. We're the only ones that have it. We're the only ones that are featuring it. Now, yes, it gets trickled out because, of course, what we don't take, there's always people that come in when something's discovered and it gets picked through a little bit. Locals want to take theirs and this and that. So there is a little bit of it out there in the market, but predominantly we own the majority of the Radiant Ember garnet. And that's what we're going to bring you today. And there's some spectacular pieces. A lot of them are certified and appraised, and that means that that's for your behalf. They come certified and appraised so that you can bring them to your insurance company and make sure that it's insured for the proper value. All right, all that aside, welcome to the show. And I'm going to start with our first piece, which is absolutely fabulous. This is going to be on 10 karat yellow gold. Now, what's unusual about this is that it is a marquee cut. So a lot of times when you're dealing with garnets, you are not going to get a marquee cut. You're going to get a usual standard oval or a round brilliant cut. Marquee cuts are usually for the fancier stones, the more expensive emeralds, diamonds, rubies. So when you're getting something like this in a marquee cut, that means the cutter that picked up the stone actually saw special areas in the stone that he said, well, this would look better cut as a marquee. And that's what happens when you have master cutters. They will take rough and they're able to, in their mind, look at it with a flashlight, move it around, maneuver it to decide how they're going to cut this to get the best possible color out of this stone. Now, this stone is a marquee. It is 1.93 carat. The center stone is a 12 by 6. It's a 7.5 on the hardness scale. You have 68 round diamonds that are double haloing this marquee. So the round ones are double haloing it. You can see here on the larger picture in back. So when I talk about haloing, I'm talking about just surrounding the center stone. So you have 2 halos, and then you also have a beautiful cascading down the shank of some small stones. Now these are beautiful diamonds. They're going to be 1.2 millimeter. The average hardness is a 10, and 68 diamonds, 68 cascading around that beautiful Radiant Ember garnet. So folks, This particular one, our normal price on this is going to be $1,999.99. Your price after the live 30, what was it called? Holiday 30. Holiday 30. Excuse me for one moment. Here's, put the ring up in the picture. Okay, so after your price, after the 30%, which is holiday 30, is going to be $279 off the price. Brings it down to $1,399. That is going to be your price for this beautiful ring. Now, this is done in 10 karat yellow gold. The diamond weight is going to be 2.54. That's the carat weight on between the ember and the diamonds. Folks, 10 karat yellow gold. Now, this ring is $1,399. So you're talking about marquee cut radiant amber garnet, 68 brilliant cut diamonds surrounding, double haloing this ring, this marquee, and 10 karat yellow gold. So when I checked the price of gold 2 days ago, it was at about $42.79, I believe, was the price of gold per ounce. So you're talking about a precious metal. Now, I have a lot of sizes available in this because this is new material. This is something that Shop LC put together live for me to do this entire show on Radiant Ember Garnet. So this can be sized up or down, 2 sizes. Now, I can see that I have all sizes available. But if you're like a 12 and you need it upsized from a 10, we can do that. That's going to be free of charge. If you are below a size 5, we will size down, also free of charge. So I have every size available. Your price on this is going to be $1,399, and that is going to be holiday shop 1 in the comment right here. And then when you do the promo code, it's going to be holiday 30, and that's going to bring that price down to $1,399. Okay, so I said I have all sizes. I sort of just told you a fib. Now I'm looking at my sheet. So I have 2 size 7, 2 size 6, and 1 size 8. And that's it. But we can go up or down either size, 2 ways free of charge for you. Okay, our second ring coming out is going to be, now everything is going to be Radiant Ember Garnet. So I'm not going to say it over and over again. But garnet was discovered. This particular find was discovered. And I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to do a bigger stone and hold it up so you can really see the color. So just for comparison-wise, because it's really hard to see sometimes on the TV, this particular bracelet, you can see the ovals. This is Radiant Ember Garnet also. So you can see the beautiful purple and the beautiful, when you move it around, this has almost that pleochroism, which means that you can see 2 colors, 3 colors. This has purples. It has reds. It is more a grapey type. It's not like andalusite. It's entirely different because the fire on this, the scintillation, is much, much higher in this garnet than in a different stone. So just to give you a comparison. So this is a beautiful ring. Now this is going to be, once again, this is going to be a 7mm round stone. It is 1.57 center stone carat weight. Triple A. So we grade our garnets just like our tanzanite. So, single A through quad is going to be what we grade. So this is going to be a triple A quality. It has 0.57 carats in diamonds and 12 full diamonds. So if you look at the picture back here, once again, we have haloed this round stone in the center, this radiant cut, radiant ember with round stones. And then we created this beautiful cascading little effect on the shank. Because the shank, if you look close, and I'm going to take it off so I can put it on the ring and show you what I'm talking about. Oh, these are a little bit tight on me. But if you look at the sides of the shank right here, you will see these diamonds cascading, almost like, it looks like a little horseshoe effect. When you turn it on its side, it sort of looks like a little horseshoe that's cascading down the side. Now, the undercarriage fully finished on anything that we manufacture for Shop LC. So this is going to be 10 karat yellow gold. So you're talking about, once again, a precious gold. Gold goes from 9 karat up to 24 karat. We don't, in the States, we don't use 9 karat. That's more only done in England. 10 karat, 14, 18 are in the States. 18, 22, and 24 are more overseas European gold content. So we don't very rarely do we do anything 24. We had a ring actually for a Blockbuster here that was 24 karat with a lab grown diamond the other day. That was fabulous, but very rare do we do that high content of gold. So this is going to be shop 2 is going to be the number. You just type in the comment shop 2. The price on this, the original price was $1,799. Holiday 30 is going to bring that price down an extra 30% off. So you're going to save an additional 30% on this ring. Now, looking at my sheet, I do have size 7, size 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 on this particular ring. So you're all set if you need to order this because I do have all sizes available. So 30% off, $17.99. Let's figure that out. DJ, can you pull that up for me?
Yeah.
And the price after the 30%, boop-ba-doo, is going to be $1,259. So that's about $251 off that you're going to save. Now remember, today is Free Shipping Tuesday. We also have a 30-day money-back guaranteed. So whatever you buy from us, from the live stream or from the live TV side, if you decide you don't want it, if you get it in your little hands and you're like, oh, you know what, the stone isn't as large as I wanted or whatever, you have the ability to send it back for a full refund. So don't ever feel like you're stuck with anything unless it's in a clearance item, specifically clearance sale. Then it would be non-returnable. But everything I'm showing you tonight is 100% returnable. So you can take a chance. Hey, Tom. Nice to see you. You can take a chance and buy some stuff. And if whoever you give it to, if they decide they don't want it, they have the ability to send it back. So that's going to be shop 2 is the second item. Radiant Ember Garnet. And your price on that is going to be $1259.99. And you know, DJ, can you grab me a pen? Oh, never mind. It's a pen right here. So excuse me for 1 second. $12.59 on that. Okay, and we're going to move on to number 3, which is going to be shop 3 in the comment. So I brought you an array of merchandise from rings, basic rings, to really elegant cocktail rings, bracelets, earrings, and necklaces. So I've done a whole array. So if you decide, hey Xylee, if you decide you want any pieces at all, if you want to do the suite, you have the ability to buy either or all of them. Okay, these are going to be beautiful, and I'm going to hold these up to my ear. And what do I have on? I have on, look at that. I have on hoops today. I don't normally wear hoops. So these are going to be Radiant Ember Garnet in the center, Papadasha Sapphire, which is your orange sapphire, very rare. And then the other halo is going to be GH 12 diamonds. Total weight is 3.60 carat weight. These are in 10 karat yellow gold. Now, these also have some beautiful butterfly backs. Now, these stones are all haloed. So when you're talking about Papadasha Sapphire, that beautiful orange, very rare. very rare, hard to find. And I can remember when it first came into the market in the late 80s. So when you're talking about a stone that was discovered that long ago, through history and time, obviously, it comes from one source, one mine. As that mine gets mined out, less and less becomes available. So the price has gone up substantially in the last 40 years on just this beautiful sapphire alone. So you're talking about Radiant Ember Garnet. And I'm going to put these up close to the camera so you can sort of see. I'll put 2 cameras I have going on. So you can see that color is now a purple grapey red. Right? So I'm going to move it over here now. That color is a purple grapey red. Really nicely done. Triple haloed on these, so you can see 1, 2, and then the center stone. These are all full cut stones, fully faceted, and all prong set. 10 karat yellow gold. Your price on this to start is going to be $1,169. Now, today, because we're going to give you a special 30% off, that's going to bring that price down substantially. DJ, can you pull that price up? Is that the 800?
Yeah, that's the 800. So
it's going to be after the 30% off. We take off $163. It's going to be $818. $818. And if you hear me asking DJ questions. He is the second half of my show. He's sitting back there doing all the behind the scenes. He sets everything up. He does all the graphics and everything. So we appreciate DJ being on top of everything to make this show successful. So if you're out there, give DJ a hand of applause. See, DJ, they're clapping for you out there. I can hear them. Okay, so these are going to be shop number 3. Remember, $818. And what I'm going to do at the end of the show is I'm going to go back and go through the number and the price. So DJ, I'm writing the prices down to spare you at the end.
All right, appreciate it.
So all your stuff today, this is part of our Luxuro collection, which means anytime we get into this higher collection, we use that for our 18 karat platinum or high-end gold pieces. So right now we've done 2 rings and a pair of earrings. I'm going to move on and do a slew of rings, and then I'm going to move into bracelets, some pendants, and a couple of really large cocktail rings for you folks. So when I came out and I looked at the sheets today, I am very, very partial towards a time period called, the Art Deco era. And during that time period, jewelry was manufactured in specific designs. I can usually spot them. Usually they're mimicked now because it was such a fabulous time period where things were manufactured with very intricacy. They used a lot of platinum. They used a lot of baguette stones, which are these long oblong diamonds. And the way that they strategically placed them was very squares, and symmetry was very, very important in that time period. One of my favorite jewelry collections is from that period. So if you've ever gone into any museums, the Victorian collections, it's all that part of that whole Art Deco. So this particular ring is from an Art Deco collection. That's what we're calling it because it looks like an Art Deco piece and it's mirrored from that time period. So I love this piece because, first of all, it's a oblong emerald cut stone. So that in itself is really, really special. When you're dealing with stones like that, the emerald cut, the square, the oblong, or the Asher cut, which is another square, you can actually see, they call it mirrors, because you see these slices of light that look actually like, like a mirror, a long oblong mirror hanging on the wall. Now, any of your other gemstones that are either faceted, different directions, different ways, round, marquee, princess cut, they don't have that particular wall of mirrors, they call it. So only your better, really good quality stones are able to cut in that shape because there's no hiding anything. When you do a radiant cut that has 58 facets, now they have some that have 183 facets, you can hide a lot under all those facets because the light's going in, it's bouncing off 158 facets, then it's coming back at you. A lot of distraction. But when you have something that has a flat table on top and you're looking down into it, if there's imperfections in that stone, you can see them with the naked eye. So only the best quality gets cut into these particular shapes. So this is going to be a triple grade A radiant cut. It's GH on the diamond color. 12 diamonds, 2.30 is your carat weight. This is going to be in 10 karat yellow gold. And I'm going to put it on my finger just to show you. Now, it's a little tight for me, but this is probably a 7. I wear an 8, but I'm going to show you how it looks on the hand. Right? It's a pretty, pretty good sized stone. It doesn't go knuckle to knuckle, but if you have a smaller hand, I wear an 8 on my ring finger. This is a size 7, so I actually squished it over my knuckle. But something like this is beautiful and elegant. The world is changing where when people were promising their hearts or engagements and stuff like that, it was always the traditional diamond. People always wanted the traditional diamond. It was a sign that you were taken, you were engaged, your life was changing. The world has changed now. People are not buying the standard diamonds anymore for engagement rings. If you think about there was a Morganite, I think that was Kate, Princess Kate, had a Morganite. A lot of your other big celebrities have gone different directions. I think, what's her face, that just got engaged to Travis Kelt from Kansas City. I don't believe that she has a regular diamond. She might, but a lot of your bigger stars are going for colored stones because of the rarity of the stone. So when you're talking about something that's a new discovery, or a larger stone from a mine that is slowly getting mined out, that stone is going to create worth. It's going to hold its worth. It's like, it's like buying gold. So if you want to invest in colored stones, really seek out the stuff that's rarer, get the finest quality, because if you're going to buy bad quality, there's no resale value in that. You can buy stuff cheap. You're not going to, a lot of times people think, oh, if I buy it cheap, I can sell it, make a boatload of money. It's only is worth as much as somebody's going to spend. But if you buy the best quality, already you've eliminated 75% of what's out there, because people that really want the best quality are going to pay the best price. If there's not a draw for it and you buy something that's inferior quality, you're never going to sell it. You're going to sit on it forever. So I always say to people, if you can afford it, buy the best quality. If it's just for you to have the stone because you love the stone, like an emerald. If you can't afford a beautiful, flawless emerald and you want an emerald, just buy an emerald. But if you're buying it to resell, you have to buy the best. Otherwise, you know what? It's not, the resale capability is very, very slim to none. So on this particular item, $17.99 is going to be your cost. After the 30% off, holiday 30, $1,259.99. $1,259.99. This is a steal deal. It is in 10 karat yellow gold, which, like I just told you, gold has gone up to over $4,200 per ounce. So the gold content on this alone is an investment. That's another thing. When you're buying jewelry, now I buy a lot of jewelry. I have a lot of costume jewelry that I mix with my good jewelry. I don't always wear solid gold. I have a lot of pieces that are costume that I mix in with a couple of really nice pieces. Nobody can tell the difference. Nobody's going to ask me, is that solid gold that you're wearing? They just assume it is. But, it's key to have a few good pieces that you can really hold on to, and for investment purposes and for leaving to somebody that you care about in your family. If you're going to leave them jewelry, try to buy the best you can. Highest gold weight if you can, because, gold's an investment. So is sterling silver. So any of the stuff I'm going to show you today is investment quality. Okay, so that would have been shop number 4. If you're interested, shop 4 on the beautiful Art Deco, Radiant Cut Ember Garnet. Okay, we're going to move on to, I'm going to throw a pendant in there now. Let's take a little sippy of water. Okay, pendant. And this is an interesting pendant because most of the pendants that you see are going to be just a plain solitaire. They're not going to have a lot of bling. They're not going to have a lot of halo. It's just going to be a solitaire. What they've done with this, they've taken this beautiful ember garnet and they've actually swirled it with beautiful natural diamonds. So you have the garnet and then you have that beautiful swirl effect. It almost looks like a flame. And that's what the designer was intending to do on this particular garnet. He wanted to make that look like a flame because it looks like fire. This garnet has that beautiful sparkle, that color that looks like fire. Now, this is once again 10 karat yellow gold. This is also on a 20-inch chain. So you're going to get the chain for free. The chain is 10 karat yellow gold also. It has a spring ring. It's a beautiful little cable link chain, totally flexible. Now, when I put this over my hand, I'm going to put it up close to the camera. You can see that beautiful swirl effect, that beautiful little on the bail. And those are going to be your regular diamonds, and then your beautiful champagne diamonds that swirl around it. So the pendant has halo effect, boom, around here. Champagne diamonds, regular diamonds, and they just put a little one there. Why did they put that there? Because visually, that looks fantastic. If they took that out, it'd look like a hole. You'd be like, there's something missing. So when Shop LC designers step in, they really look at pieces 360. And they say, you know what, that is not completely finished. So once again, they go back in and they adjust to make that piece aesthetically beautiful. What else we do is that on all our pieces, and I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. Now this is the back side of that pendant, and that is called the gallery. Shop LC always completely finishes the back side of anything we do, whether it's a ring or a pendant. Now that costs us extra money. We could leave that hollow. A lot of manufacturers do leave it hollow, and what they say is, oh, it's so the light can go through the stone. Well, yeah, the light has to go through the stone. It can go through any part of the stone that's come out the sides. It does not have to be hollow in the back. And they do that to save themselves money because it costs a lot of extra money to have a completely finished piece on the underside. Nobody ever looks at the underside. We didn't have to finish it like that. But that's what we do here at Shop LC. We try to give you a completely finished goods. Now, this particular piece is going to be AAA. Like I said, it has 12 diamonds. Total carat weight is 2.5 carat. It's going to come on that 20-inch, 10-carat yellow gold necklace. The pendant is also set in 10-carat yellow gold. Your price on this today, this is going to be shop number 5, $1,799. After the 30% off, holiday 30. So you put in shop 5 right here on the comment. And then when the promo page comes up, you put in holiday 30. And it brings this price down to $1,259.99. Now, we just saved you $251. Now, the other thing about Garnet is it's the January birthstone. So, I know you're all like, well, we haven't even got through Christmas. What are you talking about? It happens fast. Like that, it's going to be January. So if you have a loved one or yourself, maybe you're a January baby. Maybe you're a New Year's baby. Or maybe, if you're a New Year's baby, write in. I'd like to hear about it. Very few people out there, I don't know the percentage that are actually born on New Year's. But that's sort of an interesting day to be born. Do you celebrate it on the 31st or the 1st? Anyway, so if you are a January baby, this is the birthstone for the month of January. If you've never owned a garnet, maybe you've seen garnets in the past and you say, oh, it's not really a color that I'm attracted to. I don't really like that deep pigeon blood red. This is a totally different color. Maybe this is a garnet that you can resonate with. Now, because it's a garnet, just metaphysically, it's for your root chakra that keeps you grounded in stability to this world. It's also, anytime you're dealing with the color red, that is a power color, that's a strength color, that's an energy color. So those are all going to exhibit when you buy these pieces. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel more energetic. You're going to feel a little bit more powerful. It's just the way that gemstones work in the world. Metaphysically, they do certain things to you, and so do colors. It's just not something I made up. Color therapy has been out there for a long, long time. And when people wear certain colors, they exhibit certain behaviors. I mean, we wear black at funerals. We also wear black when we're feeling like we want to go have a date night. It's a color that goes dual, does dual purpose for mourning and for happiness. When you wear red, that's a power color. When you're wearing turquoise and tropical colors, you're more on a happier person. And people that go in their closet and pick out lots of color all the time, they tend to be people that are usually high-spirited. So it's just the way it is. I always tell people, when you pick a color, it sets the tone for the day. So if you go into your closet and you're picking a dreary color, look outside. If it's a dreary day, your brain set is already in that mode. Pick a different color. Pick something fun and fantastic. It will change the way you feel that day. And so will garnet. This is a strength, powerful stone. Of all the stones that are for strength, garnet is really, really, other than black tourmaline, those two really go well together. This is a power stone. And I have a lot of power because I'm doing the show here. I got you viewing me. All right, so we're going to move on to, let's do the ring that matches that pendant, because I just showed you the little swirly on the necklace, and now I have the matching ring. So if you want matchy, this is the ring for you. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, this one a little tight, but it works. Now, this is, once again, you can see that swirl effect. It's almost like the flick of a fire. And that's what this designer has done with this piece. This is going to be in 10-carat yellow gold. Once again, this is your 2 diamonds, your natural champagnes, and your natural diamonds. So right off the bat, 10-carat yellow gold, you have your diamonds, and 2.5 carat, that flame flicker of a design. 10 karat yellow gold, $1,799 is your price on this after the 30% off. Brings it down to $1,259.99. $1,259.99. And that's a great price because you're dealing with gold, with a precious metal. Folks, this is something that, if you've never had garnet in your life, it gives you the ability to try something nice. It's a precious piece of jewelry. This is not costume, so it's going to last forever. This is anything that I'm showing you now, I'm going to call it an heirloom piece. This is something that can be left to anybody that you love. It's something that can be worn for many, many years in the future. Now remember, garnet is the January birthstone. It is such a fabulous, and this was discovered in 2022 in Tanzania. So it's a fairly new find of the garnet. Now that ring is going to be shop number 6 in the comment, and then send it off, and then the promo page, type in holiday 30, and we'll give you 30% off on that particular purchase. Okay, this ring is more of, I like this ring because the next one, it's a little bit more refined, I'm going to say. It's sort of a more traditional look. It's something that has a lot of sparkle to it. It looks like something that you would, in the old days, you might call this a semi-cocktail ring. I would define this as a cocktail ring because it is not nearly large enough for me to be called a cocktail ring. But for a small little demure person, they would probably call this more on the cocktail ring side. Now this is, once again, 12 diamonds, 2.70 carat weight. Once again, your 10 karat yellow gold. And on this particular piece, what they've done that I find interesting is, DJ, can you pull that piece up on the screen back? So on this particular ring, what they've done, and it's hard to see on my finger, and that's why we're going to pull it up on the screen for everybody to see, because I know the cameras were moving around. It's very, very hard for me to show you stuff. But right here, if you can look at the 4 stations on this ring, are baguettes. So they've broken up the round, brilliant cuts, and then they've done these little stations, which gives it, and when I look at it from here in the studio, I can see it. It's very, very clear. But on the cameras, me moving around and trying to show you, I think it's a little bit more difficult. But that is a design to break it up so that your eye does not just go in a spiral movement. There's no actual design, So they've broken it up by putting these baguettes in there because your mind stops and it actually looks at the ring. And that's what a good design does. If you just get lost and you're like, oh, it just looks the same, repetitious, that's not a good design. A design is when you actually stop and look at it and you go, oh, look at that. That looks fabulous. They added those extra little stones there. Okay, folks, this can be yours for $895. So $1,279 is the actual price here at Shop LC. Remember, this is 10 karat yellow gold. After the 30% off, it comes to $895.99. And that is under $1,000. Now, if you want this and you go, well, I don't know, $900, I don't know, money's tight, you can call our personal shopper, 888-837.
835.
888-835. 2237. That is, I was trying to memorize the number. So there it is right here. Thank you, DJ. Applause again for the man. All right, 888-835-2237. What is that personal shopper going to do for you? They're going to be your best friend. They're going to talk to you and say, oh, you love that ring. It is spectacular. Well, what we can do for you, our new customer, is we can budget pay for you. We can split up that $895, sometimes into 5 payments, which is going to bring it down to about $175 a month for 5 months. And we're not going to charge you any interest. And if you need it split up on 2 cards, we have the ability to do that too. So that is a personal shopper's job. So that number right there is key. If you have any questions about financing, I'm here to tell you information-wise and sell you the piece. I'm not here to tell you about the financing. That is their job, and they are really good at it. And they will help you get whatever you want, which is great. And they will be your best friend because they work with you, and they're awfully nice in that area. I go back there quite often because I buy a lot of stuff here also. So this is going to be your beautiful 10 carat. Once again, $895. This is going to be shop number 7. It's going to come with your certified Luxurio card that tells you the carat weight on the back, a little bit of specs about the stone. Very, very nice to have. So when you do go to insure stuff, you have the ability to get the proper insurance. You don't have to run out and have it reappraised, because anytime that we give you the price of what the estimated value is, that saves you about $350 right there. Having something done, appraised at a jewelry store or a third party, they charge you. It's their time. They have to get there with loops. They have to actually figure out the weight of every single little stone. So that's a process that takes quite a bit of time. I used to do it many years ago. I don't do appraisals anymore. I found it incredibly boring. Just wasn't my thing, sitting there with a loop all day long. But it gives you the ability to know exactly what you have. And when you have something appraised, they actually go in and they give you, they take a picture of the stone and they'll mark every little piece of carbon or whatever that they can see under a microscope. So if it's an expensive piece, absolutely have it appraised. If it's not that expensive, don't waste the money having it appraised, because it's also expensive to insure stuff. Okay, so we're going to move on. That was our double haloed ring broken up with the baguettes. Now I'm going to bring you another ring. Oh, now I'm going to bring you a bracelet. And this is going to be that bracelet that I showed you earlier. It's so, so lovely because it's just the Ember Garnet. There's no other player trying to take the star, trying to take the sunshine from this stone. So this is going to be your beautiful bracelet. This is in solid 10 karat yellow gold. So if you're a goldie out there and you're like, oh, I only wear gold, I got a lot of stuff in the show for you. Now on this particular bracelet, there are going to be 215.35 carat. 15 carat. Now each stone, so that 16 of the oval garnets. These are fully faceted. 16 garnets. Total carat weight is going to be 6.5. I'm sorry. Total carat weight is going to be 15.35. These are triple grade A. The hardness is about a 7 to a 7 3/4. This is a 6.5 inch bracelet, which can go up to a 7. Now I'm going to try this on because I'm an 8. I wear usually an 8-inch bracelet. I have a little bit of wiggle room. So 6.5, I want to see if this will fit me. And it does. So absolutely, I have an 8-inch wrist and I can wear this bracelet and still have a teeny bit of wiggle room. So no worries. You can order this, and if it is a little bit tight, just send it back. You have your 30-day money-back guarantee. That's your safety net. Folks, this is 10 karat yellow gold. Now, this is solid gold. It's all beautifully done, prong set. And I'm going to dangle this with a piece of white paper so you can actually see the color of these garnets. And you can see how, when I talk about that purpley color, so you can see that it is reddish purple. So it looks like an amethyst and a garnet had a baby. And this is what they came with. And boy, is it a absolutely spectacular color. So 16 fully faceted Ember garnets. Now on this particular bracelet, the price was $2,399.99. After the 30% off, I've taken off $335, and your price is going to be $1,679. $1,679 for solid 10 karat gold tennis bracelet. If you're interested, this is going to be your shop number 8. All right, we're going to move on. And once again, that comes, of course, with your specification card that tells you the carat weight on the stones. Part of it. Anything that's done in solid gold usually comes with a card that tells you the specifications. Okay, we're going to move on to another ring. This is going to be shop 9. Shop 9 for the Ember Garnet. Now remember, this was discovered in Tanzania in 2022. Garnets have been around for thousands of years, folks. They are in some of the old jewels, King Tut's tomb. It's nothing that all of a sudden we've created a new stone. But this particular find is from one source only, and that creates this crazy color. It's almandine and purpurite. It's another garnet. So those two combined create this red-purple color. Now that find is only so far in Tanzania. So if you, it hasn't been discovered anywhere else, this particular color. So 2022 was the year this was discovered. It's a, remember January is the birthstone. Garnet is the birthstone for January. Now this particular one is very, very interesting because what they've done, we have paired something rare with something even rarer. So Paraiba tourmaline is this light blue tourmaline. Now, I just was watching Sotheby's auction the other day where they had a Paraiba tourmaline ring in blue. It was a solitaire, brown cut, and it was, I'm going to say 30 carat, and it sold for up to $40,000. So it's a very, very rare stone, like a Blue Lagoon tourmaline. So there are variations once again. Tourmaline is found in a lot of different places, mainly Brazil. But once they discover this particular blue color, which is so rare, very, very rare, the price goes up. And this stone was discovered, fairly new find, has been mined out already. So what they've done is they've haloed that beautiful garnet with the Paraiba tourmaline and then fully cut round diamonds. And then what they've done is down the side of the shank, they've actually cascaded down some diamond baguettes. Now remember what I said, diamond baguettes, because they're oblong, because they have a lot of table on them, very, very hard to hide any imperfections in that particular diamond. So it has to be really, really good quality diamonds that are cut into that particular style stone. So your price on this beautiful ring is going to be normally $11.99, right? $1,199. 30% off is going to bring it down to $839. So there's a holiday 30% off. So you're going to type in shop number 9 down here in the comment, which is going to prompt you to the page. And I get some messages. Prompt you to the page. And then you're going to put in holiday 30, and it's going to take that 30% off. Not only is it going to take the 30% off, but today we're going to do free shipping. We're also doubling down on how many children we feed with a purchase. So normally Shop L feeds one child per purchase. We are one of the biggest contributors to that program in the world. Today we are doubling down. So for every purchase on this particular Tuesday, we're going to feed 2 children. So thank you for that, because that is done by you. You don't pay for it. You just implement it. And we just have a ticker. Everything we sell is on a ticker. And we know we have to feed that many kids. We are up to, last time I checked, 55 million. I know it's well past that at this point. So thank you for participating in that. Also, just a plug, there's an event here at our headquarters in Shop LC down in Austin, Texas. If you live in the area, if you want to fly in, we have an event. It's the 9th one. It's called Gem Fest. It's actually on December 19th. What it is we have started to try to bring in some of our VIPs, which if you want to join our VIP website, that is on Facebook. Just put in Shop LC VIP. It'll prompt you into that particular Facebook page. That has over 4,800 associates that are collectors that have bought a lot of stuff through Shop LC. They post pictures. It's a place where women and men have become friends through jewelry collecting. It's a safe space. It is monitored by our company, so any negativity gets pulled off. So if you have opinions, please don't put them on there. This is all about a collective space for people that really just want to enjoy their jewelry collections and whatnot. So you can join that for free. But come on down, Gem Fest. It's December 19th from 12 to 4 p.m. It's a free event. We're going to have a fashion show. We're going to have a bead bracelet stringing seminar. We're going to have snick snacks. We're going to have free jewelry cleaning. We're going to have a behind-the-scenes tour with some of your favorite or not favorite TV hosts. You can get to meet them up close and personal. And so it's a fun event. You know, anybody over 15, please come on down and join us for the day. It's a good time, and you know, free works for me. All right, so this is going to be, once again, shop number 9, and that is going to be $839.99 after the 30% off. And I'm holding up the cards because almost every piece that we are going to sell you today is going to come with an appraisal card to tell you what you have. Okay, we're going to move on to another ring, and this is going to be shop number 10. And this I love because, once again, anytime, and I'm going to show you the difference. So I showed you a ring earlier that I said was Art Deco inspired. This is Art Deco inspired also, but the difference is, and I'm pulling up the other one, look at the difference on these two rings. You can see it right up. One is double haloed, one is a lot more, a little bit more ostentatious, which obviously I like this ring because, you know, a little more diamonds doesn't hurt, right? Okay, so we're doing the one with less diamonds right now for a person that likes a little bit more of an elegant look, a little bit less diamond weight, and a little bit better price. Okay, this one is going to be 10 karat yellow gold, and this is going to be, once again, I thought it said Asher cut. Radiant 12 karat, nope. All right, so look at it on my finger. It actually fits me. Beautiful color. That color is especially, you can see it stands out. It's something entirely different from a regular garnet because of that purple red effect. This comes from Tanzania. One source, one place. Just like, so it comes right beside, it could come from the mine near the Tanzanite mine. Don't exactly know. I'm sure that our company has been over there to check it out because when we bring a new stone in, they put boots on the ground. And I believe, if you don't know Hunter, he is one of our live TV hosts. He is in Sri Lanka right now. He flew out a couple of days ago. And I believe he's doing a show from 6 to 9 a.m. tomorrow on the exact same stone, Radiant Ember Garnet. So he's going to do live from Sri Lanka. So if you want to tune in tomorrow to Austin time, 6 to 9 in the morning, you can see Hunter, and it's probably going to be a fun show. Okay, $21.99 on this particular ring. I have all sizes available. I got 6, 8, 9, and 10. So if it's not your size and you want this ring, we will do free ring sizing up or down 2 sizes. Now, $21.99 is our start price. After the 35% off, 30% off, it comes down to $1,539. $1,539 for a beautiful 10 karat yellow gold ring. Now remember, you can budget pay this. Budget pay, we don't charge you any interest. That is something that our company has set up to help you finance your purchases, especially on larger items, but we do it on, believe it or not, on $20 items. I budget pay everything. It gives me the ability to spread my money a lot longer, to buy more stuff, and we don't charge you any interest at all. So this ring, like I said, it has one halo around it, and you can see the style has changed a little bit on this because they now have done the baguettes on the side and made this a longer looking effect. If they had done it just with the, once again, the rounds, the effect wouldn't be as good. Your eye would just sort of get lost. You wouldn't have a stopping point to focus on the main star player. So when you look, you look at this and then you go, oh, that's different. Oh, and over here is different too. So your mind stops and looks at this. And then it goes back to here, the center, the star player, the color, the center of the ring. And that's what a good design does. It brings you, it's like a painting where you look at a painting and you stop and you look at it. Then you look at the outskirts. But it brings you back to a focal point somewhere in the painting, just like a piece of jewelry. There has to be some type of focal point, whether it's the center stone or something that's askew, maybe a little design technique up in a corner, somewhere where you stop and hesitate again. That's a good design. So absolutely love this piece because of that breaking up of the round stones. So I'm talking a lot about design today and a lot about different stuff because you know what? I really like people to know what they're buying. Once I have been, designing jewelry since, oh God, since the early 80s. And years ago when I would design a piece, I'd make earrings and let's say they were supposed to go, surround your face like this. And somebody would put them on, they'd put them on backwards and they'd look like pigtails. And I'd be like, oh my God, how you can't wear it like that? And then I started labeling the back of the earrings right and left so that people would know how they were supposed to be worn. Me as a designer manufactured something with a specific look. Now you can change stuff, of course, but when it's something that's framing your face or a special focal point that a designer has put on that piece, unless you're a designer, you need to follow that. You need to let that person, you bought it because you liked something about it. So these pieces are all specifically designed, certain ways, certain stones are used, and that's what the team does. At Shop LC, so they went out and they bought all the Radiant Ember Garnet. They bought it all, right? And we send it to our master cutters, which are in-house also. And then they sit down, they go, this is a marquee, this is a princess cut, I'll cut this in a baguette. And they look at the stone and they cut it to get the most maximum amount of weight and color out of each stone. So now the stones are done. Now they take that stone and then they go, okay, I'm going to make a ring. So then they sit down with their team or themselves and they create a design around that stone. So it's a long, long process. Each step requires a different master skill. And that's all done in-house with Shop LC. That's how we can keep the price so incredibly low. Now, normally when a manufacturer says, okay, they go out and they'll buy the stone. Then they'll send that parcel out to a stone cutter, so I'll pay for that. Then the stones will come back in, and then they send it out to maybe people that have 3D printers and design machines. That's another process. They pay for that. Then they pay for somebody to make all the molds and do the casting. Then they pay for somebody who are stone setters, that's a specialty in itself, to sit down and individually set all these stones. So all those people get a piece of the pie, and there's a lot more than that. That's just a little ice cap. A lot more people take a piece of that pie. So a regular manufacturer has to add all those costs in to produce one piece of jewelry. Here at Shop LC, it's all done in-house. Our design team, somebody will say, hey, I saw some Ember Garnet, let's go get it. So they go and they buy it all. Then they'll sit down immediately. They're excited. It's a new stone. The design team steps in, the master cutter. He goes, I'm going to make this into a marquee. And the guy, oh, I have a great ring idea for that. So it's a team effort. It's not individual people all of a sudden creating a piece of jewelry. And that's why this stuff is incredibly affordable. It's all done in-house. All right. So we're going to move on to, I'm going to bring out another pendant right now. Now this is going to be number 11, Shop 11, the comments. Once again, this is going to come on a 20-inch chain, which is really nice because you don't have to go outside and seek out a gold chain. Gold is expensive right now. If you haven't priced gold chains out there, don't do it because you're going to be upset. Gold has jumped significantly in price where a gold chain used to be a couple $100, not anymore. 4, 5, 7, 8, depending on what style. A chain like this in gold in a jewelry store, easily $400. Easily. Why is it so much? They have to pay the person standing behind the counter, the insurance, the overhead, the mall rent, the parking, the bump, blah, blah, all of it adds up. Our price, we're giving you the gold chain for free. The pendant is what the star player is. That is a freebie from Shop LC. That's a 20-inch value chain right there. This is solid gold, folks. 10 karat gold. Your center stone is going to be, once again, your AAA radiant cut. And, folks, this is going to be in rose gold. So Very rarely do you find a lot of rose gold, especially if it's not morganite or a pink diamond. Most rose gold is only used for those particular pink stones. So Shop LC, we have a lot of people out there that really enjoy the rose gold. They like the color of it. They're pink people. So we have designed a lot of different pieces that are coming in rose gold right now. So we're doing an offering of white gold, platinum, sterling silver, palladium, rose gold. So it's just another metal that we have brought in to just sort of supply everybody with what they want. So this particular pendant is going to be double haloed. So you get your double halo once again. And then you have this little cute little, I'm going to call it like an infinity swirl at the top. Now, that's going to be at the top of the bail. Now, we didn't have to do that here. We could have left that all diamond-less, but we decided, we're just going to cascade those diamonds right up that bail. So this is on a 20-inch chain. Your price on this, $1,999. After the 30% off, it's going to bring it down to $1,399. $1,399 for a beautiful, beautiful rose gold pendant. 1.70 carat weight on this. So $1,399, and this is going to be shop number 11. You're going to get that 20-inch gold chain for free with the pendant. Free today, free shipping. We feed a second child, throwing in a free chain with this particular pendant. So shop 11, take advantage of that if you want to get a beautiful, beautiful little pendant to go with some of the other pieces that maybe you're going to purchase. And we're going to move on. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. And we're moving into a less expensive. Less expensive doesn't mean anything other than it's just going to save you money in your pocket. Doesn't mean the quality is less. Doesn't mean this is a clearance item. It just means we've changed the metals up a little bit to give you a little bit more value. A lot of people don't want to spend $1,000, $2,000 on a pendant. They might be able to spend $250. So now we've brought in some lower end pieces. The beautiful Radiant Ember Garnet is the star player in any of the pieces I'm going to show you. But the base metal, we've broken it down to more affordability. So this particular ring, this is going to be shop 12. Shop 12 is going to be the number. Let's see if I can move this over so I don't have to keep. Okay, shop 12. That's going to be the number on this ring. Now this is, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have all sizes on this. The only thing about this ring is it cannot be sized. This ring is sterling silver. That is, I believe, it's rhodium over sterling silver. So once again, you have in the center a teardrop shaped ember garnet, which is something I haven't shown you yet. The teardrop is the new piece. This is going to be shop number 12. Now, sterling silver over rhodium. They've also done this. Can you pull that ring up for me, DJ? Shop number 12. And I'll move it around so you can see it. Okay, so this is going to be 1.90 carat weight, just in stones alone. So multi-gemstone, rhodium over sterling silver. The star player in this is the center stone, that teardrop-shaped garnet. Now, our normal price on this is $399.99. Like I said, now I'm bringing you affordability. I started out with the high-end, luxury. This is luxury but affordability. So don't think because it's not 10 karat or platinum that it's not worth anything. You have that beautiful center stone. That is the star of this ring. So after the 30% off, this comes down to $279. $279. So that makes it affordable for everybody. And if you can't afford that, remember we have budget pay available. So you can call the personal shopper and they can spread that out over 5 payments to make this beautiful ring affordable. Now, if you order now, you will get this in time for the holidays. If this is a Christmas gift or a Hanukkah gift, yes, you will get it in time for either one of those holidays. If you wait till after December 20th, I don't know what to tell you. There might be, you might not be getting too much in the mail at that point. There's a cutoff time. It's not through us. It's with the United States Post Office. And after a certain date, they cannot guarantee that you'll get these merchandise in time. So order it now because you have the ability to return it. So don't wait. If it's something that you think you want, order it with the ability to return it. Remember, you have extended return policy right now, January 2nd. They might even extend that because the personal shopper will have all that information for you if you want to buy this and figure out about the return policy. Maybe it's not for you, it's for somebody else, and you don't know exactly what size, and you're a little bit worried. They can answer all those questions for you. Like I said, they're going to be your best friend. They are very nice on the phone, and they're going to set you up to try to get you to become, there's no joining fee for Shop LC. They're going to just take your information and help you out and help you with whatever purchase that you want to buy. All right, so we're going to move on to another fancy ring. Now, this is probably, I'm going to say, the largest ring through the show, the fanciest. And it's still not super fancy, not even for Cheryl. I even like larger than this. But for some people, this would be probably as large as they'd want. For me, it's never big enough, I gotta tell you. When it comes to colored gemstones and diamonds, I'm with Marilyn. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, and so is every other piece of jewelry. So don't kid yourself. If you have a partner, lover, friend, or somebody that you think would like this, and you're thinking that already, then you already know they'd like it. So buy it. Why not? You can budget pay this too. Now, this particular ring is going to be my best buy of the day. So I always pick something and I go, this is my best buy. So this is the particular ring that I have picked to put in that category. Why? Because it's a fabulous price. It's a multi-stone ring. It is 18 karat vermeil. Now, I told you, gold starts 9 karat. We start manufacturing up to 24 when you're dealing with 18 karat vermeil. That is a coating that they actually molecularly change the outside of jewelry and bond these two metals together. So 18 karat is almost your highest gold content that we use here. Now at Shop LC, by law, we are supposed to use 0.5 micrometers of vermeil or material on top. We use 2.5, so we use 5 times the standard amount. We don't have to do that once again. But why do we do that? Because we want to give you a piece of quality goods. We don't want returns. We don't want you to be unhappy. If you're unhappy, you're going to tell everybody how unhappy you are. You know what? We don't want that. We want you to be extremely happy so that you are able to tell your friends and family about what a great deal you got, how much you love buying stuff here, because you're going to be the best mouthpiece for our business. And that's very important. Quality is key. And when you're selling quality merchandise, you don't have a lot of returns. You don't have a lot of complaints because people have nothing to complain about. When you sell inferior merchandise that breaks, the stones aren't set right, they're not done properly, yes, you're going to have returns. But like I said, everything is done here in-house. It's inspected in-house. Our stone cutters and our stone setters, the best I've ever seen. I've also done that in my lifetime. Didn't like doing that either. Appraisals, check that off. Didn't like doing that. Stone setting, check that off. Didn't like doing that. There are so many aspects when you manufacture jewelry that people don't understand that you can just be specifically in one lane. I could just be a stone setter. That would be my whole jewelry manufacturing. I could sit there and set stones all day long. Not my jam. I like the design part of it. I like to pick the stones out, design the piece, and then pay all those people to do all that magic that I did not like to do. And that's part of manufacturing, you know, with every good. Doesn't matter if it's jewelry or a garment that I'm wearing. It goes through a series of different hands, different positions that take care of stuff. Okay, let's get to the price of my favorite deal of the day. So our normal price on this is $279. So you have in the center a teardrop shape. Right here, teardrop. Don't cry over the price of this because I know you're going to. You're going to be like, oh, she's killing me here. I want it all. Well, on this, you can probably have it all because of this price, my friends, for this particular ring. after the 30% off, $195. $195. Are you kidding me? Hello, welcome to the world of luxury for under $200. Folks, this is beautiful. It's elegant. It's timeless. 18 karat vermeil over sterling silver. You're getting two of the best metals. You're getting stones that are really exquisitely cut. Now, not only are you getting that teardrop, then you're getting your your round cuts. That's your first halo. Then you're getting this beautiful, it almost looks like a petal effect. Beautiful petal effect surrounding that second halo. That's going to be your second halo. And these are going to be white zircons. Now, people are like, white zircon? Is that a new one? I haven't heard of that. Well, believe it or not, white zircons are 4 billion years old. 4 billion years old, white zircons. Now, white zircons were around way before diamonds were ever discovered. And a lot of David, I get people tuning in from all over. That's my New Zealand friends. I haven't seen you guys in a long, long time. Welcome to my live stream at Shop LC. All right, New Zealand's in the house, folks. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about this beautiful, it's almost like a petal effect around there. Now, zircons, they can cut these into diamond-like shapes. Exactly the same. They can facet it like a diamond. Zircon's hard like a diamond. It sparkles like a diamond. What it doesn't have, the expense like a diamond. So that's why this ring is extremely affordable, because they've done white zircons instead of lab-grown diamonds or diamonds. So it makes it incredibly, incredibly affordable. Now remember, garnet's a January birthstone. This particular, ember garnet is only found in Tanzania. It's a new discovery, 2022. So be on the cutting edge. There's a lot of garnets out there in the world that have been around forever. This is a new find. And you know what happens when a new find? Fire, fury. People want it. So Shop LC has procured almost all of it. Now you see some little stragglers out there in the world that have a few little pieces of this, but we are the king players in this particular stone. We swooped in and we bought it all. And that's what I do. That is me as a manufacturer also. That's what you do, because you know what? Then you can warrant. You don't want people doing just crazy prices on it. You can predict everything. So when we swoop in and we buy it all, we cut it all, we set it all, and then we bring it to you at incredibly low prices today. So folks, that is going to be my steal deal of today. That is going to bring that price to $195. Now, if you decide you want it and that's not affordable, Shop LC will budget pay stuff for you. They'll split it up. Call the personal shopper. We do not charge you interest at all for a budget pay. So take advantage of that, because you know what? It gives you the ability to buy more stuff, and that way you can spread it out. You're not paying any interest at all. You're not maxing out your credit cards. You're just getting great, great stuff and an interest-free payment. Shop number 13, incredible, incredible value buy. I'm going to show it to you one more time just to give you a little teaser. That is going to be $195.99. What a beautiful manufactured ring, folks. I mean, we really do a good job here. Not we, but, I'm part of it, I believe. So, yes, we do a good job. Okay, that's going to be shop 13. I'm going to move on to our next piece, which I really love these because the holidays is among us. Last week or the week before when I came, I had on some beautiful green earrings that they were costume jewelry. My dad presented those to my when they got engaged in New York City in the 50s. So they got passed to me. They're not worth anything other than every part of my heart. I love them. I bring them out during the holidays. And they're something that I look forward to wearing every single year. Something like this could be that same for you. That could be that same story that your grandbabies are talking about. But these particular earrings are so, so beautiful, so elegant, so well done. And I love an earring that has a dangle. And you can see me just moving these around. That beautiful light is hitting these earrings just for me flickering them around. Now, a dangle earring like this, right here in the center, what is that? That's Paraiba tourmaline. Once again, a very, very rare stone. That comes out of Brazil. It is, if it's not mined out, it's close to being mined out. To have that in any jewelry now, to find it. Shop LC, most of our good customers, they're aware of it. We've done shows on it. But the rest of the world out there, probably there's a lot of people that have never heard of it before. So tourmaline comes in an array of colors. It comes mainly from the Brazil area of the world. It can be located other places, but mainly Brazil. But once you get into this sky blue tourmaline, when this hit the market, it was like wildfire because no one had ever seen that color tourmaline before. People thought it might be aquamarine. No, it is tourmaline. And that is exquisite. It is a baby blue. And it's such a slight blue that it doesn't stand out. It does not take away from the star, which is the Ember Garnet again. They've paired this with a stone that's a little bit muted. Very, very rare, very expensive, high quality. And the way they've set these, if you look at this beautiful Paraiba tourmaline, they've actually created almost like a little star effect, a little beautiful setting. Now that little tourmaline is set, and it's set right in the center. It's prong set, but that is a player on its own. So when you look at these earrings, you look and you're like, it draws you in. What is that? What are you thinking? What is that? And then it draws you right down to the star, which is the center. Now these are done 2 teardrop shaped, one facing down and one facing up, the yin and the yang. These are once again affordable. Now, you know what? I'm going to take off my hoop and I'm going to try one of these on because I really want to show you on the air how it looks. These are elegant. This is something that for the holidays, like I said, if you have never had a favorite pair of earrings that you bring out just for the holidays, it makes, we get Christmas trees for the holidays. We bring out our special clothing for the holidays. Why not have holiday jewelry? I mean, you can wear these all year long, don't get me wrong. But it's nice if you are a jewelry collector to have certain pieces that you are only going to bring out for the special holidays. And believe it, my hair is getting stuck in it. Okay, so you can see, I'm going to move my ear a little bit. Look at how these dangle. They're not super long. They're just beautiful. Instead of having just a regular stud, this gives you the ability, it's going to frame your face a little bit. A stud, when you have longer hair, unless you put it up, a stud is going to get lost. It's going to get lost. It's beautiful, but unless you tuck your hair behind your ear, you're going to lose the ability to see that stud. I don't care if it's a 2-carat diamond. It's going to be hidden under that hair. When you have a dangle, it gives you that little bit of light, that little bit of flicker, that when you move around, something is hanging. You can see it from a distance. That's what this beautiful drop earring does. Now, these are normally $279. The retail value on these is $2,100. So don't think because they're $279 that, this is an inexpensive pair of earrings. Don't be fooled. This is a $2,100 pair of earrings. We have just given you a spectacular price. And I'm not done. Because today, and today only, Holiday 30 is the code, the promo code. It's going to bring these down to $195. $195 for these earrings. Now look at these. You're getting 4 teardropped Ember Garnets. 4. So, you know what? Eventually, these can be willed out. Maybe you want to leave these to your kids. You have 4 kids. They can actually split these up and make studs, rings, whatever they want to do. You're getting 4 beautiful teardrop-shaped Ember Garnets, along, once again, with... Okay, these are also in the white zircon. So, oldest stone in the world. So, folks, these are a fantastic buy. Fantastic. You're going to love them. Sterling silver over rhodium. Beautiful teardrop shape. I'm going to leave this in and just give you a little bit of teaser, a little bit of dangle ability, and let you just think, those are sort of nice. Maybe I should get those. Okay, so remember, this is a show that's all based on a stone that was discovered in 2022 in Tanzania. That is in Africa, in case you didn't know. A lot of times when you're dealing with colored stones, people say, well, I don't know, diamonds are a good investment. Think about that. Think about the amount of diamonds out there in the world. Now, not only do we have natural diamonds, but now we have moissanite, white zircon, CZs, Austrian crystal, lab-grown diamonds. It goes on and on and on. So, yes, diamonds are an investment if you buy a large stone. That's the first thing. Has to be a large stone. And I mean large, 3 carat and up. Anything under 3 carat is not, its resale value is not going to bring what you want because there's more of them out there. It's not something, it's an endless supply right now, right? When you're dealing with a colored stone, it's a lot of these colored stones, we cannot lab grow. Tanzanite, we cannot do it. We cannot lab grow tanzanite. So once tanzanite gets mined out, what's going to happen? The price is going to go crazy. It's already started to really skyrocket, only in the really good quality. You can still get lesser quality tanzanite for a decent price, but what is happening is if you want to invest in a colored stone, you really have to spend the money and get the best quality. Now, it could be a $279 piece, like these earrings. This is the best quality, all right? It doesn't have to be $10,000. I'm just saying on a particular stone, no matter what it is, try to get the best quality. All right. That way you'll feel better about it. You know, years ago, when I first started going to Tucson, now this will be coming up to year 30 that I've attended the Gem and Mineral Show in Tucson. And it's changed considerably. I know a lot of my vendors watch on my regular web page and my Facebook page, but we all know how much Tucson has changed, how much the shows have become mega. You know, the big players are the massive players now. The little small mom and pops are slowly getting pushed out, just like in a mall. When the malls came, so they pushed out the mom and pop stores. The trade shows do that, and it's as sad as it is. It's just part of the business. It's part of just, you know, the king players are always going to be king. But what happens is when you go to a show like Tucson, you have the ability to find little small pockets of colored stones that are not worth big giant miners coming in. And they can't afford to have all that mining money, all the tractors and all the removal. That costs millions of dollars. If it's a small little pocket of colored stone, it could be turquoisite. It could be something small. It could be, you know, chrome diopside. Chrome diopside is mined in Siberia. That is not mined by big construction companies. Mining companies will not spend the money because it's only been able to mine 3 months out of the year. So a lot of times when you go to a show like Tucson, you can actually find little colored stones that are really, really valuable because it came from an individual mine that's labeled, you know where it's from, and it's a limited supply, just like this amber garnet. This was brought into the market here a couple of months ago through Shop LC. We've done a few shows with it. People have really, really liked it. It's an entirely different color garnet than we've had before. So it's something rare. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these as investment, do it. You know, look at it. Do a little research. Find out, you know what, this is a stone that may be worth a lot of money 10 years down the road, but it's affordable now. $279 was my original price on these earrings, $195. And then budget pay it. It's going to be about $35 a month, $40 a month for budget pay. Then you're going to have a beautiful, you can start a collection. And if you are a jewelry aficionado, you know we love our collections. I love new stuff. I love this particular stone. It's the January birthstone. January is coming up. Take advantage of it. If you want to buy a piece for yourself or for somebody you love, you have the ability now to do it. Okay. After that whole blah, 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 just try to give you as much information as I can, folks, about everything. A little bit of information. Knowledge is power, no matter whether it's about stones or investing. It all benefits. Okay, this is going to be shop 16, and I love this because this particular ring looks very Victorian. Now, I said Art Deco period is one of my favorite. I also love the Victorian age. Now, I have gone over to England and overseas because I love the history. I love the opulence. I love the castles and the tapestries and the gold leaf. That's how people lived years ago. The uber wealthy. Not everybody. There was a handful of people that were uber wealthy and a whole lot of people starving then. The world has changed. We sort of take care of each other now. Of course, there's uber wealthy, but now we have middle class, which is, years ago there was not anything like that. So be happy we live in the times we live in now. But this ring reminds me of something that is from the Victorian age. The way that it's set, the way that it's designed. Now, in the center of this, you have that beautiful, beautiful teardrop shaped stone. The reason this looks very Victorian to me is because the first halo is with a darker stone. The side halos are with a darker stone. And when they start doing that, it mirrors stuff of the Victorian age. In the Victorian age, they didn't, believe it or not, use a ton of diamonds. It was more about what they had was what they sourced. And so what they manufactured as jewelers then was whatever they could get their hands on. And at the time, diamonds, think about it. Diamonds came from Africa, all right? Just to find diamonds naturally in Africa in the 1800s. Then it had to get on a ship and be brought across, the ocean. And so there was a lot of colored stones were much more prevalent because they are found in every continent. So colored stones were prevalent no matter what country they lived in. You have your Czech garnet, very prevalent. So a lot of stones like that in the Victorian age were darker stones that they didn't really do double, triple halos with just diamonds. They used what they had. Now this is going to be 18 karat vermeil, rose gold over sterling silver. The center is 2.10 carat. This is going to be this is going to be another value buy because it's not solid gold. It's 18 karat vermeil over silver. Two precious metals. Don't be scared off by that because it makes it affordable. So if you're talking about solid 18 karat, this would be a $3,500 ring right now. I'm going to offer you this ring today for $195. That's your price on it, $195. It's a precious gemstone. It's actually 3 precious gemstones. So $195. This is going to be shop 16. I do have this in multiple sizes, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have all the sizes available on it. Anything that's not a solid gold cannot be sized. It can, but it's really, really expensive. So I tell people, order your size. If we don't have your size, pick a different finger then. If you love it that much, don't put it on your ring finger, put it on your pinky finger, your pointer finger. Hi, Carol, how you doing? So, this can be done on any finger. $195 for something like this. It's a beautiful, well-made ring. All those little teeny stones are all hand set. Full cut and hand set. Okay, we're going to move on. That was shop 16. We're going to move on to shop 17. Now, this particular ring, once again, this reminds me of very much a Victorian mimic design. So we do Art Deco, we do Victorian, we do modern, we do classic. That's what I'm offering you. A whole lot of variations. So if you say, oh, that's too this for me or too that, I'm going to offer you something that I know you're going to love. Out of all this array of jewelry, there has to be something that each and every one of you out there is going to like. Now, this particular ring, this looks like a garden. It's called the Crimson Garden Ring. Now, it does look like a garden. This looks like a garden party. Can you pull up the specs on this for me, DJ? So, garden party ring. This is going to be, okay, so we have 2 different stones. We have Tessavarite garnet. Now, you're like, Tessavarite garnet? What the heck is that? I'm going to spell it for you because I don't think a lot of people... I'm going to write this down, and I want to make sure I spell it right. Okay. So, thank God I know how to say this because I wouldn't know what the heck I was saying if that came up and I had never heard of it before. I'd be like, how do you even say that word? Tessavarite garnet is a green garnet. That's all it is. It's a green garnet. So like I said, garnets come in a whole variation of colors. Green, incredibly rare also. That's why this is a garden party. It looks like beautiful green leaves in a garden, surrounded by a beautiful rosebud that is just blooming in the center. And this is also haloed by, can you pull that down a little bit further for me, please? This is also haloed by white zircons. So you have your ember garnet, your white zircons, and then your beautiful tsavorite garnet. So you have two garnets, and people are like, two garnets. So yes, there is a green garnet. So if you're a January baby, you can get a tsavorite garnet. It has the same metaphysical properties. It is still the birthstone for January. It's just a different color. Just like diamonds, pink, blue, white, champagne. Same stone, just different colors. Same thing with garnets, but the rarer the color, the more expensive the piece is. Okay, your price on this, the average price is going to be $237.99. That's your final price after the 30% off. $237.99. Now that's a steal deal. Look at you getting two very, very rare garnets with the white zircons. Oldest stone in mankind, 4 billion years old, folks. You can have something from beyond, way beyond the Jurassic Park period, right here on your finger. Isn't that interesting how people always equate amber, right? People always like, oh, amber, the Jurassic Park period. What about diamonds and zircons and all the other gemstones that have been around for millions of years? But we always think that amber is the antique, that is the pièce de résistance of the old world. It's not. The colored stones were before that. So these are talking about two of the best garnets you can find out there. Now the tsavorite garnets on the haloing this are also marquee cut, which is really, really difficult to do because you have those 2 points. And where those points are, that's wasted material. So it costs a lot more money to manufacture a marquee cut than any other cut. All right, $237.99, this beautiful item, and that was going to be shop 17. $239.99. Shop 17 if you're interested. Tsavorite green garnet with Radiant Ember garnet, and this is going to be in your 18 karat vermeil over sterling silver. Beautiful ring. I have multiple sizes, so don't worry, you can order the size that you need. So I skipped over one. I'm going to go back, and this was going to be shop 15. And it was way back. It was hiding back in the back lines over there. It said, I want to come out and play. Don't forget about me, Cheryl. I said, I'll never forget about you, Ember Garnet, because you know what? How could I forget about such a beautiful piece like this? Now, this is going to be shop 15. This is also going to come on a 20-inch chain, so that's a Texas twofer. And on the chain specifically, it has a beautiful lobster claw, nice big clasp. I'm going to put it to my neckline so you can see how beautiful this is. Looks great with my red shirt. A holiday color, garnet. It's always we reach for our beautiful reds during the holiday season. Now, red doesn't end Christmas. New Year's is coming, and then the month of January. So you can wear this forever. It's a beautiful, beautiful pendant. Now, the garnet is also great for the root chakra. It's a strength energy stone. It's going to give you courage to make it through the holidays with a smile. If you're wearing this, you better be smiling because you know what? That's a nice piece of jewelry right there. Okay, so you have the Ember Garnet in the center. That's your star player on your 20-inch sterling silver necklace. That's your BOGO here from Shop LC, a freebie. Also free shipping today. Also, we're feeding 2 children with every purchase today. So we're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes to help you and help other people today on this Giving Tuesday. All right, this stone is going to be $279.99. That was your doorbuster price the other day. I'm going to bring it even lower. How's that? Doorbuster was when we first, day after Thanksgiving. That's our doorbuster sale. I have been given the additional ability to take an extra 30% off and bring this down to $195.99. So this was $279 on doorbusters, now $195.99. So that's going to be shop number 15 in the comment. Boom, boom. And then the promo code is going to be holiday 30 on this particular piece. Brings this down to $195.99. Okay? Don't forget about your hubby, your wife, your partner, your lover, your friend, your grandma, your uncle, your aunt, your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your best friends, the people that take care of your fur babies, whoever you need a gift for. Make a big list and start checking those names off, because it is already December 2nd. It is going to be December 25th before we know it. I want everybody to be out there to be prepared. You can still purchase, and this stuff, whatever you buy, will arrive before the holiday. So you have time to wrap it up and get it under the tree. Or if you choose to buy this and have our customer service team send this, maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're going to Carol's house for Christmas. I'm not Carol. Oh, and look, Tony's watching too. Maybe you're traveling for the holidays. Maybe this is something that you want sent to where you're going to be. Our personal shopper can do that for you, no problem. Just let them know that you want it shipped to a different address. And they can even do that on budget pay also. So forget shop 13 on that particular pendant. And we are going to move on to our next piece, which is a beautiful multi-stone necklace. So this is something that, I'm going to say, if you are getting married, if you are mother of the bride, if you like a little bit more bling, if you are the person that really wants to stand out in a room with a beautiful necklace on, this is the piece that you're going to want to get. Now, this is multi-stone. It's sort of, it's a little bit more elegant than the bracelet, but look at this necklace, folks. Look at that. So the stones start in the front station. They don't go all the way around. You don't really need it. You know, if you have long hair, obviously nobody's going to look at the back of your neck. Even with short hair, people really don't look, this is what they see when they see you, right here. So this particular area. So these stones are going to sit right about here. And this is where this is the focal point now, your décolleté. This is where this is going to sit. Now, on this particular piece, these are once again AAA. The stones on the side are lab-grown diamonds. They're going to be GH quality, SI. 5.60 carat weight. 5.60 carat weight. Now, this chain is also completely adjustable. So it has your beautiful lobster claw. This is adjustable from an 18 right to a 20. So you can make this as long as you want. I've just easily adjusted that. These, when you put it on, what I love about this is it lays completely flat. It doesn't twist around. It's something that once you put on, it's going to stay stationed. Like this chain that I have on, it moves around. That lobster claw will sometimes end up in the front. But when you're dealing with something that has stones that are only in the front part, it keeps the weight down here. And that's what the design team has done once again. This is not going to shift on you. You're not going to end up, when you wear this, because the weight is centered in the front of this necklace. Hold on one second. I just got it twisted grabbing it. So when you wear this, I can feel the weight. And this is going to stay positioned perfectly. It's not going to end up like this. All right? So this is how this was designed. So it lays perfectly and does not move. Something, once again, Shop LC has done to perfection. Now, the undercasing on this is completely done. The chain is not detachable. It is permanently on this pendant. It's made to be worn as a pendant. The price on this is going to be $699. Multiple stones. This is very, very detailed, very hard to manufacture something of this quality, because not only they have to match up every single one of these ember garnets exactly the same color. So they could go through thousands of stones and end up with 20 that match. And and I've done it, it's even with pearls. When you're stringing pearls, you match them up precisely in color. So that's what creates a piece of jewelry that's uniform. If there was a dark red one here, all you'd see, your eye would go right to that dark red one, and it would irritate. You'd be like a cavity. So these are precisely matched up perfectly to give you that beautiful flow of the exact same color. Now, folks, on this particular piece, $699.99, that was our price. This is a $4,500 necklace. After the holiday 30, it's going to bring it down to $489. So it's going to be shop number 18 in the comment, and your final low price, $489 on this piece. Absolutely beautiful. If you're getting married, if you're one of those winter weddings, if you're a mother of the bride, if you're a bridesmaid, if you are the husband who is giving the bride a gift, think about something like this. This is spectacular. And if you put it in a beautiful presentation box, it is going to blow somebody away. When they open that box up, it is just sparkle, it's beauty, it's red, it's strength, it's power, it's everything you want in a box. And a smile is going to come with it. Okay, $489.99 is your final price on that. Okay, I have 2 more pieces left. And just in time. I'm going to finish the show right on time today. So we're going to do shop 19, which I've been holding out. I absolutely love this bracelet. And I'm going to tell you why I love it. Of course, I'm going to tell you why I love it. Because it has everything on it. It has beauty. It has extra stones. The way that it's designed, it's a crazy design. It's elegant. It's beautiful. And it is something that I could add to my collection very easily. So what I love about this is they've taken, can you pull up the bracelet, DJ, for me, please? So they've taken the bracelet, and in between each station, they've done a trilogy of stones. Now, a trilogy's 3. Could be husband, wife, child, father, son, and Holy Spirit. Whatever the trilogy is, it is in here. So it has multi-trilogy stations. Now, in between the trilogy stations, they have actually channel set multiple baguettes. On the end of every 3 stones, there is a channel set baguette station. Absolutely lovely. This is my favorite bracelet. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it beside the other one. And I'm going to tell you, this is in gold. But, just my opinion, underwhelming compared to this one. This one is spectacular. Those station of baguettes change the entire look of this bracelet and pull it from just a plain tennis bracelet to something that is upscale and elegant. Now, you're talking AAA Radiant, obviously Amber Garnet, 13.10 in the carat weight on the Garnet alone. Can you pull up the specs for me, DJ? So this has your double safety. So here you go. This has it slides in, right? You can hear it click. And then these little wings push over and they actually lock on those little teeny safety balls there. But you got to press the lever down to open it. It comes open. Now, look at the undercarriage of this too. Because you can see, that's the underside. Look at how beautifully that's done. That's the underside of this bracelet. Okay, just for your information, the number of oval garnets, 31. 31 garnets just in this bracelet alone. Carat weight, 12.76. The diamond information, carat weight, 1/3 of a carat in diamonds. 84 of your tapered baguettes. 84. That's a whole lot of diamonds to set. Your price on this, believe it or not, this is a good one. This is definitely affordable if you want this. All right, hold on, everybody. $559. $559. That's your cost on this. That is ridiculously low. Look at the amount of stones on this. The carat weight, the way that it's manufactured, the color, the quality, the technique, timeless, elegance, stackable, alone. You can wear this anytime you want. It is absolutely exquisite. This is something that, honestly, I just came back from Vegas. And we went by a lot of the big box stores. We went by Tiffany. We went by Winston's. And, of course, they put their most beautiful merchandise in the window. You know, the largest diamonds, the stuff that's going to stop you. Something like this would be in the window. It is that beautiful. But it's your price, $559. You would think this is a $5,000 bracelet from looking at it. Definitely would think it's a $5,000 bracelet, not a $500 bracelet. Folks, the color of these garnets is so exquisite. And remember, they had to hand match every single one of these. So I'm going to put it over the neck form, the bracelet form, just to give you a little bit of so you can see the variation in the stones. So you can see how that center stone is a little bit larger. And then the two, so it's a trilogy. The center is the papa, and then you have the smaller ones, and then you have it mirrored and haloed each station by those baguette diamonds. Absolutely beautiful bracelet, folks. Yep, $559. That is a killer deal. And I have about 34 of those in the entire world. That is it, and that price will go away when these are sold out, because something like that is incredibly costly to manufacture. Now, this was done, because I know I have such limited supply on this, this was probably manufactured, it started about 2 years ago in the works to make this. Now, it probably was brought to Shop LC about 8 months ago. We've gone through the inventory. It's made it to the TV. Now it's made to the live stream. Once that happens, do not think because it's on the live stream that it's damaged or something's wrong with it. A lot of times when we're doing TV work, it costs, let's say, $100,000 a minute. That's just a figure, all right? If I only have 10 of these and I have to spend 10 minutes describing this to you, and I have 10, it's not worth the TV time. It's too expensive. I have to have 200, 300 of these to make it worth the time that I'm going to put into describing it, all that. So it makes it here to the live stream. Well, by the time it makes it here to the live stream, there's limited quantity, but that's to benefit you. Because limited quantity, holiday 30, that's 30% off our already discounted price. So you're doing great. We're giving you great benefits on this side of the Shop LC because you're going to save extra money. Okay, my last and final piece is going to be something super cute. If you want to give somebody a piece of your heart, you don't actually have to give them a piece of your heart, but you give them a heart-shaped Ember Garnet. Look at that. Beautiful heart-shaped stone. Now this is, and they've actually haloed this again with half baguettes and half brilliant cuts. This is going to be 10 karat yellow gold, so it's going to be your fine metal. It's going to be $1,199 is the starting price on this. That's a Shop LC low price. Out there in the real world, $9,999. It's gold. It's gold. It's lab-grown diamonds. $1,199 is not your price. 30% off, $839. $839 for a 10 karat gold ring. Beautiful baguette. Now, I'm going to talk briefly about lab-grown diamonds because I only have a few more minutes. So a lot of the stuff that I offer does have lab-grown diamonds in it. Don't foo-foo on lab-grown diamonds, folks. What happens with lab-grown diamonds, we have to take a natural diamond to create a lab-grown diamond. It's called a seed. That seed has to be from a clear diamond. What happens when we lab-grow diamonds, we can sort of manipulate and create a better quality diamond than we could find out there in the real world. It brings the price down. It makes luxury diamonds affordable. So don't foo-foo. I have 2 3-carat diamonds that I bought here at Shop LC. I love them. Love them, love them. Why did I buy them? Because I couldn't spend $45,000 on a diamond. But I can spend $1,200 and have the exact same thing. It's a tomato, whether it's a hothouse or whether it's grown in a field. A tomato's a tomato. In a hothouse, we're manipulating. We're putting non-water. We're hydroponics. We're growing them without dirt. We're feeding them air and misting them with water. A tomato in a field, yeah, it gets watered. The sun is hitting it. Bugs are eating it. It's tomato's tomato. Diamond. Lab-grown, regular, exactly the same. We just can manipulate to get you the best quality and affordability. Okay, I'm going to go through everything really quick. I have 2 minutes left of the show, and I'm going to go over the numbers just so I can do this quick and you can hopefully get what you want. Folks, this is going to be Shop 1. Shop 1. This came out to $818, your marquee. Shop 2 is your round Radiant Amber. This is going to be Shop 2. This came out to $1,259. Shop 2. Shop 3 for these earrings. Double haloed. Shop 3. These are $818. Shop 4 is going to be that Art Deco double haloed effect. Absolutely beautiful. This is going to be shop 4 at $1,259. Shop number 5 is going to be, where are you, number 5? Okay, shop number 5 is going to be your pendant right here with the little fire, little swirl on it. Shop number 5, and that's going to be $818. Shop number 6 was the matching ring, and that is going to be $1,259. Now, obviously, because it's over $1,000, you already know that it's solid gold. I don't need to tell you all the specs again. I'm just going to give you the numbers, and you can go in and look it all up online to get every spec that you might want, in case I missed the stone sizes, some of the details. Okay, this is going to be shop number 7, and this was $895. And then we go into our tennis bracelet. This was the simple tennis bracelet without any diamonds at all. This is shop number 8. This is in your 10 karat gold, $1,679. Shop number 9 is going to be your oval, and that is with your baguettes cascading down the side. That's going to be $839. Shop 10 is going to be your less Art Deco single haloed, not double haloed. Shop 10. This one is going to be $1,539. $1,539. Shop number 11 is going to be your beautiful little double haloed swirl at the top pendant. Shop 11, and this is $1,399. Shop number 12, we go into our affordability line right now. This is going to be your sterling silver rhodium. This is going to be $279 after the discount. $279. That is shop 12. Shop 13 was my value by pick of the day. This one I really, really enjoyed. I like this because it's multi-stone. This is going to be $195, and that's going to be shop 13. Shop 14 is the earring that I'm wearing, along with the earring here. Shop 14, dangle, dangle, right? Affordability, once again, $195 on shop 14. Shop 15, your single haloed around your teardrop, and this is going to give you the 20-inch rhodium chain. $195 on this particular piece. Shop 15. Shop 16 is going to be your Victorian mimicked ring, your Victorian design. Shop 16, and this is also going to be $195. Shop 17 is going to be your garden party with your Tsavorite garnet. This is also going to be $239.99. Tsavorite garnet with your beautiful amber garnet in the center. So you're getting two of the best of both worlds in that particular ring for $239. Shop 18 is going to be your multi beautiful necklace that stays stationed in the front. This is going to be $489, and that's going to be shop 18. Shop 19 is going to be this beautiful bracelet that I absolutely love. This is a stunning bracelet. It really is, folks. The workmanship, the amount of stones, the matching of stones. This bracelet is exquisite, and that's $559. That's going to be shop 19. Shop 20 is going to be your heart shape, because I give you a piece of my heart every time I do a show. I love being here. Folks, that winds up. I am Cheryl Briggs Benvenuto, a.k.a. Queen Bee. Follow me on Facebook under Cheryl Benvenuto, or Magical Journey Cheryl, or Cheryl Magical Journey on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back next Tuesday. I do a weekly show from 8 to 10, and every week it'll be different stuff. So thanks so much, everybody. All my friends who tuned in, I appreciate it. Love to see you and hear from you, and all our folks out there. Have a very, very happy week, and I'll see you next week before the holidays. Bye-bye. Okay, let me get this earring off.